So, welcome on my podcast, Ajay ji. It's my pleasure. And first of all, I want to wish you a great congratulations for your new book. And first of all, I have few questions for you, personal questions like what inspired
Okay.
you to become a writer?
So thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me to your podcast, and it's an interesting channel, and I hope that you're doing good, and wish you a lot of success.
Thank you.
Great. So yes, you are asking me about the
Yeah, what
inspiration about.
inspired you to become a writer?
Sure. So as you know, the title of the book is "Empty Your Bags, Unlock Your Potential." It's a self-help book about motivation. The premise of the book is, and I went on a high altitude trek in Gurez sector in Jammu and Kashmir. And there are a few things which happened during the trek which made me question a lot of things uh, about life, and but broadly it was about how much one need to carry in the journey of life. And that, in attempt to answer that question, I just thought I can write the book and share my thoughts
Okay,
and my learning with other people, and help other people with my experiences and the training I've got.
that's a great story. And I hope your journey was also excellent.
Yeah, it was quite a memorable journey.
Okay. So, who is your favorite writer, or you can say who is your inspiration as a writer?
I've read a lot of people, and I'm primarily fond of short stories. You know,
Okay,
yeah, I've there was a wonderful story by Saki which really inspired me, and then Chekhov, and there's so many other things, Shakespeare, even Indian authors like uh, Premchand. So there are quite a few actually.
okay, okay. And the next question is, what things change inside you when you are writing this book? Because writing a book, because I am also writing my book, and I know that writing a book is actually change ourselves from inside. So I want to know that what change inside you, or what the mentalities or surrounding environments change on the process of writing this book.
Sure. Uh, I'm sorry, but there's a the answer for this question is slightly longer. So I hope that is
Yes,
okay with you.
yeah, go on.
So, so let me give you a little background of my profession and what I do in life.
Hmm,
So professionally, I'm into graphic design, and I
okay,
work as a creative director with that MNC. And I've been a person of visual communication throughout my professional career.
yeah,
And
creative
writing was
person.
not, yes, but my writing and reading was not something which I was like too keen on. That's why I preferred short stories than the novels
Hmm,
and long books. Um,
understandable.
yeah, and like I said, so I had a lot of ideas, and especially when I went to the trek, I had so much of great things to share with my friends and my people around me. But I always felt that maybe writing is not my cup of tea. Uh, but if you get a chance to read the book, I've given a brief introduction about the fact that I've also been part of a lot of trainings, professional and personal trainings,
Okay,
and as a result of that, I could, thankfully and luckily and fortunately, I was able to figure out that what was making me or what was stopping me from writing.
okay,
Was my conversation about myself that I'm not a person who's good with my language or language
okay,
skills, writing
okay,
skills, and the moment I could uncollapse my ability to write good English and long content format
okay.
with what I want to express, I think then a lot of opportunities open up because
It was
when I'm
difficult for you to express your emotions or thoughts in words.
exactly, yeah, when
Okay,
I let go of my inhibitions to write, I think then I felt quite free, and I could express myself in the way I wanted to do it. And when I started writing the book, I did not expect that it will be such a good length book, but I was able to make it 338 pages, which is around 62,000 words, which is, I think, is a good achievement otherwise.
Yeah.
And especially for a person who's writing for his or her first book. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is it.
You just started with some of your thoughts and you end up writing a whole book.
Yes,
That's a great journey.
thank
And
you.
it pushed you to overcome your fear and also pushed you to overcome the expectations of your own, and
Exactly.
you surpassed them all.
Exactly, yeah. And I would definitely like to acknowledge few people, and you know that people who have
Yeah.
coached me, people who have trained me. But
Hmm.
more than that, I also had like two committed listeners, people who mentored me in writing this book. I also
Mhm.
participated in some trainings, some workshops.
Okay.
And all that thing really helped me to structure my thoughts, to follow a process, and how to write a book. I broadly took 11 months to complete this book. So I think all those trainings and workshops really helped. But
Okay.
I want to give a shout out for my friends. One is Sukanya Ghosh. She was the first writer or an author and reader, who encouraged me to pursue this dream of writing a book. And then there's a gentleman with the name Shubhamay Das. He's a fantastic friend, and he's a great mentor for me to write this book. Right from structures to the kind of language, the examples I've quoted, even title of the book, he has been like a great source of inspiration and a great guide throughout the process. In fact, he also helped me in getting it published. So,
Okay.
so, so
Yeah.
really a huge
Now I got my next question. What are the difficulties you face during publishing? Because as I know, as a first author, people face the issue of publishing. Lots of publishers don't entertain them, and
right.
sometimes they get rejected. So,
Yes.
what you learned during this, and how you overcome this?
Yeah. So, as a first-time author, I was not expecting to. First of all, I was not never expected that I will be able to write this much. And when the book was taking a little more shape, and then the idea of getting published also came to my mind. And as a first-time author, I was happy with any kind of option which I've got. And by default, I was looking for people who are publishers who are into self-publishing. Because these are people
Hmm.
who normally accept your manuscripts. They're happy to print your work, and but at the same time, my friends and my mentors, they told me that while you can do that, but at the same time, why don't you look for traditional publishing?
Yeah.
And I was very excited when I completed the book, and I was very impatient. I wanted to get it out. Uh, but at the same time, I was like also seeking help, learning new things about how to write, how to get it published, and all this stuff. As per that, I wrote a lot of emails to different publishing houses.
Okay.
Not many of them answered back, to be honest. Few of them answered back, but not very encouragingly. One
Hmm.
of a very reputed publishing house showed interest in pursuing taking my book for publishing.
That's it.
So that was very encouraging. But I think something happened during the due course of the publishing that we had to drop that idea, and you know, so that didn't happen actually. Uh,
And I think it actually kind of demotivated you during that time.
it was like demotivating, but thankfully, I wouldn't say thankfully, but I always have this idea that as a backup, I have these self-publishing houses who are they
Okay.
willing to support me.
Yeah.
So I was clear that my book is getting published. The only intent was to get it published through a good
Yeah.
publishing house,
You're
and
trying
that is
to get it.
yes. And after a few months of back and forth, searching around, looking, and then I got a good connect, and I finally met my
Mhm.
publisher, who's Ukiyoto. Their office is in Kolkata, but they are
Okay.
Philippines, and they have offices like in 3, 4 more countries. So
Okay.
they showed interest, and they were willing to publish my book. And I'm very delighted to share with you that they not only published my book in English, but it's also available in Italian and French.
I did not know that. It's a great news actually. And I saw that your book is actually available in international market.
Yes, it
And,
is.
and now you are saying that it is also available in another languages. That's a great, and congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So, how you are feeling?
Oh, it's a great feeling, and yeah, and I never thought that I would be able to achieve this level of this thing. But I think this is one just another milestone. But what I've really discovered for myself that am actually enjoying writing. Um, when I was working on my first book, midway I was so thrilled and so excited. I started working on my next book also. So
Okay.
I make sure that I take out time every single day and write down something. And even if I'm traveling, I carry my laptop, whether I'm on a train or a flight. So I just try to jot down my ideas, my thought, and so I'm actually enjoying this writing process a lot. So not everything is worth publishing, but
Like
yes,
it,
it's
it is
still
now a habit.
yeah, you can say it's a habit, but I would say more than habit, it's a discipline.
Yeah, it's a discipline.
Yeah.
And as you said, it is just a milestone. I also wish that you may achieve lots of milestones, and you may achieve the bestseller award in Amazon also.
In fact, I'm happy to share with you that it was a bestseller in few categories for a few months in Amazon India, and
Okay.
it got ranked as number 48 rank in personal transformation on Amazon.com. So I can say it was one of the top 50 books on Amazon.com for personal transformation.
It
A
will
little
grow
time,
more
but
because when it will reach more readers, their
yes,
feedbacks will help this book to get rank higher.
definitely. I request all your wishes and support on this one. And like I said, it's a milestone thing, and I'm happy to announce and share with you and all your listeners that my second book is also published. It's an
Okay.
anthology of like short stories and poem, and I've
Okay.
contributed one short story in there. So
Yeah, I
it's
saw that. A co-authored book, I think.
yes,
Yeah. So, let's dive in the book actually.
sure.
What people like me can learn from this book? Someone maybe in some junior level job, or someone is
Mhm.
like starting a new business or starting new career. My age
Right,
group I am talking about. So,
sure.
what they can learn from this book?
In fact, it's a good question you asked, and I'm happy that the book has been, or it was written uh, in a way that keeping in mind the kind of people you are referring to, including yourself, and including myself, to be honest. I've clearly say that I don't claim to be somebody who's arrived in his life or somebody who's knows everything about life or how to live life powerfully and successfully. But at the same time, it is a I'm it's like the book is like sharing what I've learned in the journey of exploring my own potential and how
Hmm.
to unlock my true potential, to be honest.
Yeah.
And like I told you that I've been participating in a lot of trainings for last 14 years, 15 years. And just to take a few for now, like popular names, Tony Robbins is one of the world's
Yeah.
coach and a mentor. I have been fortunate to take training from him. And then there's one more gentleman with name Arfin Khan, who's a celebrity coach and also help a lot of people in uh, getting people discover their purpose in life and do professionally great. They're learning along with my a long association with the education called Landmark Worldwide Education, which is
Okay.
about your personal professional development trainings they conduct to, and they tell us how to live the life you love to live. So now coming to the book. The book is a I would say it's not a manual, but it has a lot of uh, clearly tells out like uh, what we know about life and what our interpretation of success and what all do we need to do it. And at times we feel that maybe having a flashy car, a big house, a lot of money in bank, and all those things, maybe that's a reflection of how successful we are. But maybe there are deeper questions about it, or there are deeper levels to that success.
Mhm.
Do we really need that? And do we need to acquire and accumulate all those things which we think will help us in getting success in life? Is it really necessary to do that? And when we
Yeah.
try to discover those those
And
questions,
actually, this thing is a biggest myth of life. People think that big car, big house actually reflect their success. That's absolutely bullshit. And I am not saying that material desires are wrong. That's absolutely perfect. I also desire a big car. That's absolutely perfect. But my car can't define my success, my peace of mind, my relationship with people, my actual
exactly,
power define my success.
yes. And this is what I'm trying to answer in this book. Once we get the real crux of what we want in life, then we can avoid all those unnecessarily, accumulation of things and putting our efforts in achieving those things which may not directly impacting what we really want in life.
Yeah,
So,
and you
so
actually
people like
talked
you who
in.
said who are just starting their career, or they're
Yeah.
starting a new business, or maybe they want to get into a job. There's so many things which we have assumptions about things. We try to learn a lot of things. We like to
Mhm.
acquire knowledge about those ideas. Hi.
And I saw that your book contains many things like communication, like personality, like mindset, lots of
Right.
things. So I think that you might have experienced lot of career changes, like not just like career changes, like thought changes. I feel that you have been there, like a confused kid who is
Yeah.
not don't know what to do in future, and somehow he figured out what to do. And I think you have been there this that part of time.
You are right. I think you were absolutely bang on when you said about confusion. I have been a thoroughly confused person throughout my life till the time I started taking these trainings, and I could discover that this confusion was just uh, maybe a defense mechanism for me, or maybe a facade to hide my inabilities or my
Hmm.
willingness to take responsibility of what I want to do. It
Hmm.
was like, just because I'm confused, I don't want to. The decision I made was not great, but
Hmm.
I could see that I can be responsible of my decisions. Then the world changed for me.
Yeah, your journey is really inspiring, and I also hope that every reader will read your book. And I have not finished your whole book, but I have read some pages from
Okay.
some posts actually, because I have not got the book yet. I have ordered it. So what I learned is this book will help us to first of all clear our mind, what
Yeah.
is needed to do, and second, it will also tell us that how we can do that. And I think this book deserves to be in the top 10 best selling books in Amazon. And I know it will happen, but it will take few times, because as a new author, people don't know you that
Yeah.
much. And once they will learn about you, about your book, it will absolutely rank there. Let's take time just.
No, I understand that, and thank you so much for your wishes. And just like you said, I just want to also include the fact that this book definitely talks about the fact of how to achieve success with minimalism. Also,
Yeah.
it's all possible to do that. And when you go through the book, I know you haven't got a time to go through all the pages because your book is still
Yeah, I
available.
agree.
Yes, but when you get a chance to read the book, you will also see there is like also a flavor of spirituality. what we as human think that we are able to want to do in life, but there's definitely a deeper angle to it, and there's what's humans what's the purpose of human life that is also being touched a little bit. And I tend to believe that this book also try and answer the most sort of sought after question of what is the epitome of human power. So if somebody goes through the book, I'm sure they will get answer to that as well.
And as you push past your limits, this book also, as I saw the content, this book also tells people how they can push past their limits. And
Absolutely.
it absolutely reflect you. This book actually reflects your journey.
Yeah. Thank you for those kind
So,
words.
yeah, you deserve this. So, just a question, a situation-based question.
Sure,
If
definitely.
someone is going to start a new career,
Right.
suppose a 18-year-old guy or a girl is going to start a new career, so
Right.
what steps they should take?
Okay. So see, it's a very I think it depends on case to case and profession to profession.
Yeah.
But I'm a big advocate of the fact that youngsters, I think they are much more fortunate than people from my generation, because there's so many avenues. But I would suggest and invite and request all the youngsters who are starting their career that they should follow their passion. Not just because what their parents have told them or what their peer group is doing. So if everybody's going into medicine, they also want to do medicine, or everybody's going to engineering, they want to join engineering. But if they can really follow their passion, I'm sure there's so many avenues now available. There's so many ways you can express yourself, and I think life can't be better if your hobby becomes your profession.
Hmm. That's absolutely help us to keep our mind in peace, because when we do something that we love, it actually feels like we are living our life,
Exactly.
because we can't compare each other, because everyone gonna earn different, everyone gonna live differently. So just one thing that we can judge everyone, that is how peaceful they are in their mind. This is the
Yes.
only thing that we can judge.
Right.
And I personally believe that how happy we are, how peaceful we are in our situation defines our success.
Exactly.
So a quick rapid fire round where I will
Okay.
be asking few questions.
Sure. Let's see.
You just have to answer without thinking.
Sure.
First, your favorite three books, non-fiction books.
Non-fiction books
Yeah, your three favorite non-fiction books.
is Ken Follett's On the Wing of Fire, and then it's Jhumpa Lahiri's The Namesake, and I would say third one. Let me see. Non-fiction. Sorry. You said non-fiction books. I'm sorry. I was going for the fiction books. So sorry. My bad.
That's not problem.
Okay, non-fiction book is definitely one by Tony Robbins, Awakening the Giant Within You.
Okay.
And The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari,
Okay.
and Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now.
Okay. And watchers can actually use this as a reading list. After reading his book, you can actually read others books he has just mentioned. I will be dropping the links in the description. So the second question is, who you see as your ideal person?
See, ideal
He may
person.
be a ancient time person or present time, that's not matter, but who you see as an ideal person?
I have a huge respect and admiration for Mahatma Gandhi, and the way he led his life. I know a lot of people have different views about him, but there's something definitely magical about the way he's conducted his life and the way he could, enroll so many Indians into a non-violent way to fight for freedom. So I think that's quite inspirational, and I know a lot of people who are Gandhian, who lead their life in a Gandhian way. And I've also included this section of minimalism in my book. That with minimalistic stuff he could do so much great things in life, and that's why he was, I think, um, he got the title of the Man of the Millennium from the Time magazine.
Yes. And the third question is, the who is your inspiration in life?
Both my
Like,
parents, both my parents are have inspired me a lot. I think I keep learning from them every single day. And the book is dedicated to both of them. They continue to inspire me till now. Every single day, there's something new to learn from them. So, yeah.
one thing you regret in life?
Wish I would have started writing books much earlier.
And what advice you will give your younger self?
My younger self.
Yes.
Um Yeah, I think there was a lot of don't worry about what people think about you, and
That's a great message.
look to the fullest. Yeah.
Don't worry about what people think. That's a great message you can give your younger self, obviously. So, we are at the end of our podcast, and really thank you so much for coming today and giving your time. It's really appreciable. And one advice for our watchers, one advice for the readers of your book, and one advice for me.
Sure. So people who are watching your podcast, I think you should subscribe to this podcast and listen to this. Not just my this episode, but all the episodes you are putting together. I think they are all, I'm sure they are all wonderful. And all the readers, I would say that I think this is the best thing you can do in life with reading a book. Is I think it's a different experience altogether when. I'm not talking about myself, while including myself also, but for when I met so many new authors and people who have they put their life experience in just those few pages, and you can learn from those few pages the entire their learnings from their life. So it can propel your growth and can help you shape your mindset much faster and in a much efficient way. So read more.
Yes, and I don't know who said this, but there was a say that you can learn so much from a book. Like one person is putting his whole knowledge in few
Yes.
pages. It's like a
Yes.
summary of a whole bunch of life experiences. So reading book is obviously the best thing you can do in life.
Right.
Best investment.
Yeah.
And one advice for me, sir.
You're doing a great job, I think. And I would love to meet you if you're ever in town. And I can, or I'm traveling to Kolkata. I would definitely love to meet you.
Yeah,
You're doing great stuff. Continue doing the great job.
Thank you.
And all the very best.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for joining.
Thank you very much for having me, and all the best to you once again. And take care.
Yeah.